Hello ladies and gentlemen, on this video, the subject going to be, don't underestimate who a narcissist can be. And the reason I say that and the reason for this video is because the last narcissist that I was dealing with. So this last narcissist I dealt with, she had health issues, that she had went through and been going through since a child. I mean, severe ones too. I mean, I forgot what one of them was called. It was something to do with her brain, and then she had another problem with something to do with her heart. I mean, she had to get operations and surgery a few times since a kid, you know what I'm saying, and as an adult with her heart. And she even had the scars on her chest to even show you, like, she got the scar on her chest from like the operations. And she had like something, I forgot what it's called something, but it's something that's real serious that has something to do with her brain. And she also like has staples in her head because of the operation she had to get in her head and things like that. As well, she also had to have a life alert because she had seizures, so she take medication for that and medications for the issues with her heart. And she wear a life alert, the big, the necklace with the big button that you press, saying for ambulance help or whatever. So she walks around with a life alert, so she got this lady, she got all these issues, that she's been having since, a little girl, and been going through these problems, to where she was like, they said that she couldn't complete school. When she went to school, completed that. It was to the point that I guess she was a miracle because, like, where I'm from, her picture was on a billboard, and it said, the face of hope. I guess because of her surviving the things that she went through. I mean, this how serious and severe of her getting through this stuff and surviving this stuff, and able to function in the capacity that she functioned with, they wasn't expecting. I mean, she even talked to me about how she met the President Obama because of her conditions, and she went, certain things that, because of her condition, I mean, they called her a miracle child and things like that. And they also had her faces, in certain like brochures about certain things or dealing with the issues, kind of like if she a spokesperson for it or something like that, something like that, so her conditions and her like surviving them and functioning with them, in a way was a big deal. So, I mean, she showed me all these things as well. I seen them. So, I mean, and so just to let you understand, and I'm explaining this to you so you can understand, so you can get my point and what the topic of what this is all about. So with that being said, now I get to the point of that. Now she was a narcissist. So you understanding what I'm saying? Like, this is why I want you to understand, like, don't never say that someone can be a narcissist because of the condition that they have. Don't never X them out, because this really helped me X them out. And this very well helped her play like the victim because of everything that she went through, and me knowing all this stuff and seeing the proof. This was the last thing I would least suspect of her being, a narcissist, her being, a predator, you know what I'm saying, being evil as she is, I didn't think that, I thought like, this was the last person that on earth I would have to worry about, being, oppressor, being a bad person, especially with the facade they put on, how they fake like they're a good person. This really helped, with her putting on a facade and faking how she was this wonderful person, and then playing the victim so well. These issues and these conditions and how serious and big they were, it helped. You know what I'm saying? So that also helped me have, turn the blind, how they say it, turn the blind eye to it. Like I was like, kind of, off guard, off point, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really have my guards up like that because I'm like, okay, like, yeah. And so as well, me knowing this, when she started telling me how she was a victim of all her past relationships and how none of them worked out, you know, how she was done so wrong and she was just a sad little puppy with all these issues looking for love, it helped me believe it. So with a person like that playing the victim or putting on this fake facade, you don't really know him at first, so you believe in it, kinda, you know what I'm saying? And with the conditions, it made it even more like, okay, yeah, you know, I could believe him. You know what I'm saying? Because with that being said, especially with all these issues they have, you thinking, yeah, because you know these type of people are out there. So you thinking, oh yeah, these person took advantage of her. Because you know there's people out there that's like that. And if you're not like that, you know, which she know, the narcissist, he or she know you are not like that. You know what I'm saying? So they know this will play well on you easily. You know what I'm saying? Because they know you're a good person. They picked you because you're a good person. You know what I'm saying? You have empathy for people, especially people like them. And that's what she prey on, easily people who have empathy for her conditions and her illnesses, which I did. You know what I'm saying? So they know this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what she used to full force, and that's all she kept blowing up. I mean, I'll be video facing her, and you know what I'm saying, video chatting with her, and she just be sitting on the edge of her bed, puppy face, and just look, you know, I went through this, I went through that. You see, they put my face on the billboard because of this I went through. I mean, puppy eyes, puppy tears. They always stressed, always going through this and that, and it was just like that helped with her playing the victim. Like it helped. Like, so I'm really thinking like, oh, she was done wrong. The guy she was dealing with in her past relationships was using her. You know, they just walked all over her. I was thinking that because, you know, it's people out there like that. You know, so I'm like kind of rocked to sleep. Like, oh yeah, so okay. Little did I know, all of it, you know, was a lie. She was the one who was causing all this drama and chaos, and she was a narcissist, a covert narcissist as that. Which, her being a covert narcissist and being sneaky and fooling people very well, this condition helped her fake it so well. That's why I want you to understand. Don't never underestimate who a narcissist could be because of their conditions or what it looks like on the surface. And now I see, and come to think about it, she been using this condition as getting her way her whole life, and she's using this to her advantage to the full extent. All she got to do every time she discards somebody after she done ruin their life, all she got to do is keep playing the same card, and she played it well because it worked. And she know how people gonna see it. Especially, narcissists always pick empath people, you know, spiritual people, you know what I'm saying? Like people, good people in general, and you know, because they know they're gonna feel sorry for them. They know like they are in good hands, you know. The narcissists know like they not good for you, but they never not gonna pick nobody that's not good for them. And then to come to think about it, and then you think about it, you say to yourself after seeing somebody and hearing, you know, all the stuff that they've been through and going through, you know, you'll say to yourself, well, how could a person that, you know, with all these conditions and all these problems be a narcissist, be the oppressor? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's mind boggling. You know, that's the last thing you're going to think. You know what I'm saying? And then when they play the victim, once they discard the victim / supply and make the victim look like the narcissist or the bad person, is easy because they're gonna just look at their conditions and be like, this person been through this, they've been through that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at their illnesses and be like, how can a person harm somebody? Because people always look at handicapped people, mentally ill people, you know, slow people, or anybody in them categories as a harmless person. And she knows this. They know this. A narcissist knows this. So if they got these problems and issues that is plain to see and that everybody knows about, it's very easy for them to play the victim. It's almost very hard to detect and for people not to believe them. You know what I'm saying? Because of their illness and conditions. So this is why you got to be very careful and don't judge a book by its cover because of their conditions. And then when she was telling me about her last her last relationship, she was bringing up how she did so much for him. She was talking about how terrible he was. This is why they broke up. This is why she left. They kept going through this and that. He kept, being an issue, the problem. He was bad to her. She was so nice to him. Then she brought up about how she used to do this for him, that for him, buy him clothes, spend so much money on him, take care of him. And by her saying that, I really thought like, oh, he was using her. He was using her for money because like she kind of slow, or she look you'll think she'd be the one that just looking for anything and just want love, especially because her condition, she feel very insecure and she don't really have that much of an option out here dealing with her conditions. So when she was telling me this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh man, this guy was using her for money, using her, knowing like the type of person that she is because of her condition, that she was being used very well. This person was, I'm thinking her ex was a predator. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's not true. Like, it wasn't true at all. It wasn't true at all. She was, and when I find out, and when I really found out who she was, like, this was mind-boggling to me. And now I'm so on point. Nobody to me is exempt from being a narcissist, a toxic person, a psychopath, or a sociopath. From this experience, it's like no one is, not at all. It's never happening again. This right here woke me up, and I'm making this video so you guys can understand if you end this relationship with a person, that relate, you could know like, yeah, they are who they are. Don't let their conditions or their situation, fool you. And I just wanted to inform you because this is what I, just experienced. So I don't want nobody to fall for this. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for watching my channel and my videos. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Everybody have a wonderful day and stay narcissistic free.